Hello everyone. Good God, this was an ordeal just to get to this point. For some reason my editing software decided to give me some middle fingers and say sit and spin, so I had to really fight it on this one. But we're finally back. Got everything in working order so far, so yeah, today we're going to be going and fighting actually quite a lot of things today. We're going to be fighting, well, of course we're going to be fighting Paolumu. That was the main objective anyway. And we're going to be fighting a lot more than just Paolumu. Sadly. Well, actually, not sadly, but this fight kind of sucks. Well, on your first time. On your second and third times through the fight, you should hopefully be a little more prepared than I was. Which is to say, bring some flash pods. If you're a great sword user and you don't hate yourself, or if you know better, bring some flash pods. This goes for anything like Raytheon, Rathalos, Azure kind, you know, any kind of big flying helicopter boss, as they call them here. Bring flash pods. You'll thank me later, because I didn't bring any flash pods. You see that. Also, this was hastily edited together. The first time took me about an hour to edit it. The second time, about 10 minutes, because I didn't really want to waste a whole bunch of time, in case you're wondering why this is kind of a hack job of an editing, but good news, everyone! I'm feeling a lot better. Still not 100%, but I'd say at a good solid 80% of my normal operating capacity. So at least it's not too bad. So there's some good news for us. Anyway, yeah, a ballooning problem. We're trying to fix a balloon. What do you think this thing we're going to be fighting is going to have? I wonder what kind of characteristics it will have. Oh wait, no, I don't at all. It's pretty obvious. It's a giant balloon bat. Fun fact, Paolumu was this close to being a platypus. In the illustrator, like the, what do you call it, concept art, he was a platypus. He was not a bat-type creature. That was neat. I didn't know that. Anyway, this thing doesn't look like it'd be that bad. Oh, it's just tackling you. That means it... I mean, most things do that when they're really tired. Yeah, I don't think he's tired. It's not that bad of an attack, honestly. It just basically is, don't sit in front of him, otherwise he'll do that. Which I apparently had yet to pick up, because it was the first time I'd fought it. Because, I'll tell you right now, the tail is armored, I believe, on Paolumu. So, my first thought was, I'm going to hit the tail. Well, you can hit the tail, but it looks pretty armored. It feels pretty armored. And if you are ever in front of the thing, swing once and roll to the side. Otherwise, you run the risk of that whole tackle business. As you saw, its tail swipe was heavily telegraphed once you get used to it. It's very easy to just tackle through it, honestly. But this is not the hard part of the fight. No, 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 no. This is the easy part. This is the part where it starts getting a little annoying, shall we say. Low rank, this is cakewalk compared to high rank. High rank is when shit pops off as a greatsword user. Now you might notice you just stumbled there. Why did you stumble? Did he stun you? No, that's not stumble. That's air pressure. That is when, at least I think that's air pressure. I know that happens when things take off with their wings. Like, if you are underneath their wings and they do that, they take off, you can get pushed back. I don't know if Paolumu's breath attacks actually count as wind. I say that because one of the later bosses in the game you'd think was a severe wind threat. Turns out you don't actually need wind resistance for him, you need brace gems. But for Paolumu, I think this is all qualified as wind pressure. I might be wrong, I don't want to spread misinformation here, but I think that's the way this works. Because that... skills always really help me out against Paolumu, so I'm just guessing on that, but that's my best guess. But yeah, this would be where you toss a flash grenade, or flash pod, excuse me, and then it kind of falls down, and you beat the ever-loving crap out of him. Or you could just do what I'm doing, and just kind of running around like a jackass, trying to get hits in wherever I can, and not even paying attention that there is a Zetsuyaku right behind me. To be fair, the Zetsuyaku's kind of tag teamed with me there for a little bit, but they never really stay on your side. See? I'm starting to learn a little bit on tag, and there's that son of a bitch again. Yeah, I hadn't even seen him. I knew he was there, half like unconsciously, but I didn't really ever see him, so my eyes didn't believe me. Anyway, the thing about Paolumu is in his first encounter with you, he likes running a lot, and you gotta chase him a lot. Now, my first editing through this, I think I cut out most of the chase scenes. Unfortunately, in my hurry to just kind of release this again, I think I'm going to have to talk through a bunch of me, well, looting and crap because I was so lazy editing. But oh well, we never really got a good view of the coral reef, or the coral highlands before, did we? Because I skipped a lot of it, because I was feeling sick and lazy then. Now I'm just kind of feeling lazy because I've been doing this for 3 hours already. So, anyway. Paolumu doesn't run away all that much as far as distance. He just kind of constantly runs, if that makes any sense. He runs short distances, or flies short distances. Now, in high rank, he does tend to fly around on the map a bit more. On low rank, though, he tends to just kind of stay around the lower part of the map, like the southern part of the map. Very rarely will you see him up on this little ledge, like he was right there, but, yeah, usually he stays down there. Also, there's no better way to... Well, actually, I think there is a better way. A lot of people say there's no better way to end a hunt than a drop attack on a greatsword. I disagree. I think the best way of ending a hunt with a greatsword is a true charge when the thing is charging you. And you'll see quite a few of those in this playthrough, I'll tell you now. They're the best feeling in the world. I don't care what anybody says. And that's coming from a guy who loves, you know, using the hunting horn and bashing things head in. That's very satisfying, I'll tell you. But yeah, he don't really run all that far. He just runs a lot. Now, the most dangerous attack Paolumu has, honestly, is not until he gets into the danger mode, which, honestly, you probably shouldn't even be trying to fight it when it's enraged anyway. But if you're like me and just like killing things and not capturing them, because, you know, that's the way you want to fight things, hey, that's fine, but that's when most everything's dangerous attacks come out. So if you usually can trap them, you probably should trap them. It's a lot easier and faster. Now, you might notice that blue stuff on the floor. That's kind of like wiggling around and stuff. I didn't notice at the time, but you don't really want to be standing on that. That's... Okay, imagine trying to fight on like a... I guess it'd be kind of like fighting on a trampoline. Very easy to lose your footing. This can work for you by if you hit an enemy really, really hard when it's sitting on the blue stuff, or if you get hit really, really hard and you're sitting on the blue stuff, you lose your footing. Now, this can be mitigated through footing gems or tremor resistance, I believe. I don't know. I never really tried it because I never carried tremor resistance in the Coral Highlands fighting stuff like this, but I would imagine tremor resistance would help in that situation, but I don't know that. But this is a great place if you can manage to land a true charge on something like this, because almost every time I land a true charge when I'm on this blue, like, jelly lining or whatever, it can knock them into it and trip them up. Now, the hard part's getting that one hit in the first place, but if you can do it, it works pretty well, because you can just stun lock them repeatedly in there. Just be aware that, you know, you don't probably want to be sitting in there all day, every day, because if you do, if you get hit, then you're screwed. So yeah, one of those be careful, but could be useful things. Beyond all this, Paolumu, he spends a lot of time in the air, which is why I recommended bring a flash pod, or 3. Preferably 3 with some flash bugs as well, because you can craft them well, while you're doing this, preferably while you're chasing them down, not while in the middle of battle, but yeah. It really helps. Also, this was kind of funny if it wasn't so darned annoying that I missed my true charge, because I was like, oh crap, he's gonna get up! So I missed my true charge. I feel sad. I like to think that I was trying to learn how to time my tackles, time my rolls to try and avoid the roar, but I think it was honestly just a case of me screwing up. That's my biggest pet peeve with Monster Hunter, what you just saw right there. How you can be behind something while it's running away from you, and it hits you. Now, I can understand kind of if the foot, while it's lifting in the air to, like, I don't know, push back, it hits you, but that is just so annoying. It's like you weren't even looking at me, you were aiming at a wall. Why did you get to hit me through that? I don't get to hit you for crap like that. Yeah, I think it's just supposed to be punishment for you weren't supposed to be over there, numb nuts, so don't go over there when it's doing that. I guess. It don't mean I have to like it much more, though, but yeah, with Paolumu, you can be very, very well kind of stun-locked. And this can kind of set people off, including me, which, of course, tilts you, which makes you do far worse. But you see how little control I have over my character right now. I just go, well, I'm stunned. Well, I'm stunned. Oh, I'm staggering. Oh, I'm stunned again. Oh, I'm staggering. Oh, now he left. It's a little bit annoying, to be honest with you. Just not really having control of your character. And this isn't the worst of it. Oh, no, 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 no. You might go, but that doesn't sound very fair. But there are counters to stuff like that. Not right now in low rank, but in the high rank stuff when it really matters. Oh, there's counters to it. You just have to be willing to look for it and actually put in the work to do it. Like one of the final bosses in the game, I hated the first time I ever fought it. I hated it. I never wanted to fight that thing again. It's like a little puppy dog now. It's not difficult to fight because I have a set dedicated to killing it. Anyway, guess I'm going on a little bit of a ramble there. But it's not like I love every single monster in the game. I do have my pet peeves, and this is probably one of them, considering I'm a greatsword user, and this thing... I guess the reason I didn't carry any flash pods is, one, I didn't know I was going to need it, because I didn't know what Paolumu even was, and two, my first time through Monster Hunter games, I generally don't use a lot of items. Because I want to try and learn every monster without the use of what I would consider crutches or aids. I want to try and fight that thing mano-y-mano, or mano-y-female, I guess. I have no idea what the female term in Spanish is, and I don't really give a shit. But the point is, one-on-one, I wanted to fight that thing and just see the worst it could possibly be without any help whatsoever. And if I can do that, shit, dude, with help, it'll be even easier. I thought he was going to, like, charge me, if you're wondering what that was. I was trying to be like the Zen master there and wait for him to dive in and hit him with the true charge. And it would have worked, too, if he actually would have dove, but come to think of it, I don't think in low rank he has that move, so I guess that was kind of stupid, now wasn't it? This was abysmal aiming, by the way. You really don't want to aim at the foot or the tail. You can see them very dark-colored and armored. There's a reason you don't want to hit those, but his feet kept me from getting to the left. I was like, Urgh. It's either reposition, lose a true charge, or just take the two crappy true charges. I decided to take the two crappy true charges. I think bottom line they would have done similar damage. I think one full true charge would have done like 280 and the other ones did like, what, 140 each? So, it's kind of the same damage, just not big numbers. There he goes again, but he's not too far away like I said. He just... yeah. But his most dangerous attack is after he goes to sleep. After you wake him up, well, I'll point it out to you because I had no idea what was going on. I don't remember Paolumu before. He might have been in previous games, but I don't remember him. You want to know what I remember from previous games? I remember what everybody's hyped about. Personally, I'm a little more anxious because I already have something similar in the game. It's called the B-52. I'm not sure why people want another one, but we're getting another one. Not a flying one, thank Christ, but at least this one, it's a bit more notorious than this one. Anyway, yeah, this true charge, not going to work all that well. The first one's going to hit him right in the head, judging by the distance there, looking at it now. Yep. Ideally, you don't want that first hit to hit him, so, yeah. I was practicing, you know. Well, if he hadn't just charged like that, I would have worked pretty well. Unfortunately, he did. Anyway, his most dangerous attack should be coming up as soon as he reinflates himself again, I believe. Which I don't remember when that will be, but he should be doing that rather soon. Where he plays a little bit of hide and go screw yourself. And if you don't do very well in this game, it really hurts. It's kind of like, well, I think he does it right after this roar, actually, come to think of it. Yep, there he goes. Okay, so what he's doing now, I thought, oh crap, is he gonna run away? Oh, he's running away again. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll go and chase him and, you know, go kick his ass, Seabass. Okay, well, where's he going? Okay, he's right around here. Pro tip for you, keep your eyes where his thing is. Otherwise, well, that can happen, and it hurts. Keep your eyes on the mini-map, and then you just turn in that vague direction, and you'll see him coming, and you just kind of dive out of the way. It works a lot better. Trust me, I've done it before. It works better if you don't get hit. Call me a smartass if you wish. Anyway, that was his most dangerous attack in the low rank. That's like it. There's nothing else that you haven't seen already. Just finish him off and just get going. By the way, as you see, if you can hit him with his distended body, you do a load of damage. It's an automatic, I think, weakness strike, so yeah. It's hard as shit to hit him with the true charge when he's like that. Except for very specific times, but man, is it effective. Also, I think if you hit him in the inflated part of his body enough, I think he'll actually deflate. I don't know if you can break that or not, but eh. Yeah, that's just not as satisfying to me as a good old-fashioned true charge ending, but I guess I get what they're saying. It's like a guillotine, you know, you're just falling down with that great big weight of that sword, and you just kill them right there. I get it. It's fun to watch and go, ha, I just guillotined them. Yeah, I like the good old-fashioned biggest, heaviest hit in a flashy way. Because who doesn't like cartwheeling with a giant-ass greatsword and just bonking something on the head and then their head just falls off? That's the greatest feeling ever, in my opinion. Also, I was practicing my timing. I hadn't quite got this down, but this is a relatively... Actually, let me be honest, it's not really worth it at all in this game to do this. Oh, not like 3U. 3U, you had to cook. If you didn't cook, you didn't have shit. I don't know if they had rations back then. They might have, but it was... You wanted the well-done steak. This one, you can get well-done steak just by going to the cantina or canteen and then getting your handler to roast things. It's a lot easier. You don't have to actually do that pain-in-the-butt cooking minigame. Anyway. This was the first thing we were fighting. We're fighting 2 more today. Oh yeah, my voice is gonna hold out. I know it will. Regardless of the amount of cursing I did earlier because of my bad luck. Anyway, we got some cutscenes going on here. Not really voice ones though, so I'm not going to shut up because I actually feel good now and I can talk and not feel like shit. So we're gonna be doing that. As soon as this goes by, we should be talking to the... Oh, well, I guess not. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I was getting side quests, right? Because at this point it was like, go and talk to the 3rd Fleet Master, and I hadn't done that yet. I don't know why the hell I hadn't, but anyway. All these things, I don't show them all because there's far too many, and they don't really give you warning before they start with it, so the ones you see are the ones you're going to see. Yay, ingredients. Means more fresh ingredients, which means more health and stamina when I go out on to, well, missions. But now we're going to go talk to the 3rd Fleet Master and get ready for the big mission of today. This first one was a very small one compared to the second one, so my work's cut out for me here. But yeah, we're going to go talk to the 3rd Fleet Admiral here. I think that's her official title, not whatever the hell they're calling her. And, go to the Rotten Vale. Let's see how this works out, shall we? This'll work out great. It actually does work out great. Because a lot of the things here, easy to kill with a greatsword. Except one. There's one thing it's an exception. We'll get into that in just a minute.